Have you ever gone somewhere expecting to find like tons of retro video games, but it turns out to be the complete opposite? So today I went to my first ever gaming convention, Collecticon, in Minnesota, in hopes to add a ton of really cool games to the collection. But things didn't go exactly as planned. So let's rewind about 12 hours into the past, back to this morning, to see what actually happened. All right, everybody, we are on the way to my buddy Connor's house. You guys have seen him on the channel. So it's me, Connor, my boy Caden, and John, another one of my boys from work. We're all going to the Collectathon. And Connor's driving. He wanted to drive. So we're on the way to Connor's house, man. Really excited for the day. And let's get on the road to Collectathon. I am so hyped. Collecticon, I mean. Let's go. So we finally made it to Collectathon after like a 2.5 hour drive. And I'll be honest, this isn't exactly what I expected. So there was a few video games here and there, like I saw Blasto on the PS1, and then I saw a couple Game Boy Color Pokemon games, but that was basically it for the video games. And we just walked around for a while, hung out, but there wasn't much retro game hunting to do. So instead of calling it a day after we left the Collectathon, we decided to head over to a classic nearby retro game store, and honestly, that's where things started to get interesting. And we're back home. So today actually turned around in a pretty big way. I was a little disappointed, still had a good time, but I was like, damn, I really wanted to get some retro games. But the day turned around when we went to Lewis Game Shop. Let's show you guys what we got at Lewis Game Shop. All right, everybody, here is the haul. We got 6 items. I spent around $140. And just so you guys know, I am sick, I have a fever. It sucks. It just, you know, what a coincidence. It happened to have to be on this specific weekend that we were going here. So don't mind that. It's also later in the day because we just got back from the Collectathon, so don't mind the kind of bad lighting if it's bad, if you think it's bad. So going into today, I had one game in mind that I was really looking out for, and that game was Silent Hill 3 on the PS2, preferably with the soundtrack. That's the one that I want. But we ended up not finding it, so that'll be probably for another time. I'll do like another game hunting. We're getting that game, you guys. Mark my words. I brought $600 to this Collectathon event. I only spent like, you know, $140, like I said, but let's show you all the games that we got. Now, starting with the game on the top of the stack, we have Project Overkill. Don't mind the glare. As always, I'm always getting glare. Project Overkill on the PlayStation 1. This game looks fire. I don't know anything about it. Looking on the back, there's like a mutant guy. The screenshots look crazy. There's just blood everywhere. And when I opened this and looked at the disc, that is what sold me. Look at this disc, you guys. This disc looks so cool. Look at that. Just the blood covered. Like, it sold me. I had to get Project Overkill. So very happy to add this to the PS1 collection. It's also in pretty good condition. Now next up, what I was honestly not expecting to find, but I didn't even have this on my list, but I was like, dude, I have to get this game. This is Tony Hawk's Proving Ground on the DS. Now, personally, I do not like Proving Ground, at least on the PS2. That's the only other version I played of it. It's one of my least favorite Tony Hawk games of all time, but Proving Ground on the DS. I've heard good things about the Tony Hawk games on the DS, like pretty solid things. And looking at the back screenshots here, it looks pretty solid, to be honest. I might honestly like this more than the PS2 version. But yeah, a handheld version of Tony Hawk. I have Tony Hawk's American Skateland on the Game Boy Advance, but I've always wanted to try out the ones on the DS. And I know there's a few other ones on the DS, but this was the only one they had there, so very excited to try this one out. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Pretty fire. Now this next game is actually recommended by one of my amazing viewers and members of the channel, Kansas Cowboy Jr. Thank you, man, for the recommendation. But I picked up Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. That's a long-ass title for the PS2. Kansas recommended it. He said it was surprisingly good. I don't know if he was talking about the PS2 version or the Xbox 360 version, but we'll see if this is any good. This one does not have the manual, but I'm fine with that. There's specific games where I'm fine without having the manual, like cheap games like this, but if it's a more expensive, spendy game, then yes, I would probably most likely want to have the manual. You know, it just kind of depends, but did not come with the manual. I don't got a problem with that, man, but play as man, play as Kong. This game sounds kind of fire. I have never seen the movie, to be honest, but King Kong, badass character. Godzilla's better. Let's have a fight in the comments. Who's better, Godzilla or Kong? I'm going Godzilla. Now next up, we have two Nintendo Wii U games that I've actually been looking for, and I was surprised to find them both at Lewis Game Shop today. Starting off with Call of Duty Ghosts on the Nintendo Wii U. I already have Black Ops 2 on the Wii U. I just recently got that like a few weeks ago, but really happy to add Ghosts to the Wii U collection. I used to play a lot of this back in the day when I had the Wii U and I was just like active, you know, in high school. I played a lot of Wii U in high school. I played a lot of Extinction mode on this. I remember distinctly. I had like maxed out stats, you know, in Extinction mode. It was awesome. But yeah, I'm really happy to add that one to the collection. I'll be playing a little bit of that here and there, but BO2 is better, let's be real. And next up, we have Minecraft on the Nintendo Wii U. My favorite version of Minecraft, everybody. Comes with a Fire Mario texture pack and a Mario skin pack. But I personally love Minecraft in these specific versions. Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3, that is the best era of Minecraft. I don't like how they've added so much stuff. It's so complicated now. I don't even bother playing it. But in my opinion, I played this so much back in the day. This is by far my personal favorite version of Minecraft. It just has just the right amount of things to do to where it's not overwhelming, not complicating. Because me personally, I don't like a game where there's too many things to do. I just personally don't like that, man. In Minecraft, obviously, there is so many things to do. It's like freedom, you know, even in this version. But like, this is still my all-time favorite version of Minecraft with like the older style, like main menu, of course. I don't like how they added like the mobile menu to the new games. That's just kind of seems like very interesting to me. The old menus were way better. And just this game in general has so many memories with it. And I'm very happy to have been able to pick this bad boy up and add it to the Wii U collection. I'm definitely gonna try to start like a series, a live stream series or something, survival mode, something like that. So definitely stay tuned. And lastly, for what we picked up at Lewis Game Shop today, a pretty decent haul. I got this really interesting Nintendo DSi. It says Folio Starter Kit. I'm not sure what folio means, but this is sealed, still sealed. So it comes with a carrying case for the actual system and everything else. So here on the back it shows carrying case, a car adapter, which is really interesting, earbuds, screen protectors, replacement styluses, and Nintendo DS game cart cases. So as you can see, it can all fit in there. Still sealed in box. Super cool to have this. I do not plan on opening this. I'm just gonna keep it sealed as a display type thing. But what's really cool is the car charger for, that's just really cool. I've never heard of that before, but it has the Nintendo DSi logo. I don't know if you can see from the glare, but that's really cool. And then you probably can't see this on the video, but the earbuds have the Nintendo DS. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to see it. The earbuds on the back of the earbud, it has the Nintendo DSi, or not even just DSi, but the Nintendo DS, these like little square things that represent the screen where the O is. It has those on the earbuds, which I think is really, really cool. I could not pass this up. I love display type things. As you can tell, I have over there like my Dance Dance Revolution. my Nintendo 3DS box. Up there I have a few boxes, and you know, as the collection grows, I'm gonna start moving around the display boxes up into these top shelves here, so I can make some more room. But we're not at that max limit yet to where that's required. But like, super happy to have found this and gotten this. This is so cool, man. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. This is awesome. But there we have the haul for today, and going to my first ever gaming convention. I guess I went in with the intentions that it was a card convention, obviously, but also a gaming convention, but it was mainly just cards. But it's still a fun experience, man. It's still something new and interesting to try out. And I'm definitely happy to have gone with some homies from work. My boy Connor, John, Caden, I want to shout out you guys. Thanks for letting me come with you guys. It was really fun today. But I will say though, Lewis Game Shop definitely saved the day, because if we didn't go to Lewis, this video wouldn't have even been existed. You know, it wouldn't have even been uploaded or anything, because there's really no content with that if we don't do anything with retro games, you know what I'm saying? So this is a retro gaming channel, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what you think of my haul. What is your favorite thing that I got in this haul? And have you ever been to a gaming convention, a trading card show convention? Let me know in the comments down below, everybody. I'd really appreciate that. And I'd love to shout out the channel members, a part of BR80 crew. Thank you guys so much for the monthly contributions. And I'd love to shout out Kansas Cowboy Jr., a part of the BR80 VIPs, man. Oh, that was a terrible voice crack. I'm gonna leave that in the video though. Yo, Kansas, I appreciate you so much. Everything you do goes a long way. The community is amazing with you in it, man. Really appreciate you. So if you guys are interested in becoming a member, the links are in the description down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the BR80 show for weekly retro gaming content. I'm sorry, I didn't choose to be sick, man. I'm leaving this in. We make the most of it though. You know, I still gotta upload and everything, so we'll survive. You know, we're getting over it. I feel better today than I did yesterday, and by the time this video is uploaded, I'm definitely gonna be over this sickness, because I'm always like a week ahead of schedule for all uploads. So this video, by the time you're watching it, this video was filmed like 2 weeks ago, 1.5 weeks ago, something like that. But yeah, everybody, appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next Thursday for the next episode of the BR80 show. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you over there. Peace out, everybody.